All right, let's get set up now to learn some more about the Move tool. If you look at the options on top here, you see this setting for Show Transform Controls. So let's have a look at that. Let's turn it on. So when you turn on Show Transform Controls, you get this bounding box here that allows you to scale and rotate the layer. For now, we'll go ahead and try this out, but keep in mind in future lessons, we will learn a different way to do this that avoids having this bounding box cluttering up the screen. Okay, so it's pretty intuitive. Every edge can be clicked and dragged to scale the object in that direction. So if I go on an edge here to the right, it will scale in that direction. On an edge or handle at the bottom, it will scale in that direction as well. So you might notice it's actually scaling in both dimensions at the same time. So this is the new way Photoshop does it. It's more recent, where it maintains the proportions of the objects that you're scaling. Okay, so this is a nice safety feature to make sure that you don't actually accidentally distort your object. So when it's just a brushstroke like this, it might not be a big deal, but when you're dealing with photos of real objects and you start squishing them, things get distorted and don't look good. So this is a nice feature of the newer versions of Photoshop. If you have the older versions of Photoshop, uh, this will behave a little bit differently. So that's scaling in, yeah, that's scaling. You can also drag from the corners to achieve the same effect. And the last thing I want to mention about the transforms you could do here is the rotate. So if you take your mouse and just put it slightly outside of the box, you'll see the arrows change. Did you notice that? So here the arrows are going diagonally, and then just outside of the corner, you see a bit of a rotation. So here you see the arrows going left and right, indicating the direction of scaling. But if you go just outside the box, it gives you the rotation arrows. All right, so click and drag outside the box, and you'll be able to rotate the object. So now we are in transform mode. You might have noticed on top these two little buttons. So things actually get locked out over here. We're in transform mode and other aspects of the interface have been locked. So this means we have to apply the transformation before we can continue. So you actually get a button here to apply the transformation, this check mark over here, or you can click on cancel if you change your mind or made a mistake or something, so you don't actually need to apply the transformation. So I will push the check mark and we are finished transforming.